Hey everybody, it's Kate from KatyDid, and guess what? Jared from Currently Rockhounding and his wife Sarah have met us up in a beautiful place near Chewelah, Washington, and he is showing us this cave and mine, and I'm so scared.
It's good. It's not that scary.
So anyway, we're super excited. Jim is along, the dog is along, and we're gonna see what we can find. Come along. So many beautiful rocks. That's a nice thing to find on my way out.
So this is it.
Wow.
Yeah. Very
Just
cool.
So cool.
These big boulders down here, they came down, I think, 3 or 4 years ago.
Holy cow.
But yeah, it's pretty cool, and well, we can just kind of poke around here, and you can see, like this right here, that's all serpentine.
Oh, that's beautiful.
All that green over there, that's all serpentine.
Oh my gosh, there's a whole mountain of serpentine.
Yeah,
so is this the serpentine that has asbestos in it? That is cool. Gosh, look at this place.
So up here on this wall right here, that's where you can find pyrite.
Ooh.
And some of that fibrous white stuff, that's asbestos, natural asbestos.
And
yeah, I mean, it's a really interesting mineral, and it doesn't always have that fibrous texture to it. You also have to think we have a lot of other stuff going on here. We have a lot of magnesium, we have a lot of brucite, we have other things that are really just kind of build into the mineralization here. There's a lot going on, and well, it's a cool place to come and poke around.
oh yeah, it's just so beautiful.
Always something new up here.
Here is some very cool serpentine that has quartz layers, do you think?
It's possible.
Anyway, it's really cool with those stripes in it. A slice of it will be really nice. Now, Jared tells me that there are some of the serpentine here is mixed with the asbestos mineral, but most of it is fairly safe to handle. So
here's a really nice piece of asbestos. Look how fibrous that is. That's so cool.
we're just not going to sniff it, right?
No.
It's
entirely acceptable, though, to sniff asbestos. You just don't want to lick it.
No licking.
No licking.
No licking.
Just
okay.
Consuming
no
other ways.
They have pyrite here, and I'm looking for a place that we might be able to split some off and see if we can find a little bit bigger piece. Jim is my digger, so so we're looking to see where a good place to dig is. Cute. I like pyrite. And I'm guessing, is this fibrous stuff that's green, is this asbestos, or is it serpentine with asbestos in it?
It's a mixture.
It's really pretty.
Yeah.
Apparently this stuff is called brucite, and if it were on the Yellowstone, I would think it was petrified wood, but it has a Mohs hardness of 3.5, and so it's really quite, it's almost like talc. It's almost like soapstone. I don't know how easily it would carve because of all these grains in it, but it sure is cool. Jim is trying to get a little piece of pyrite off of the wall so that we can take it home with us. I'm wondering if this is quartz. It sure looks like quartz, but it's in a layer, kind of like seam. Say hi to Sarah. Say hi to Sarah. It's kind of like a seam, and then there's these beautiful pieces of serpentine or serpentinite, both. And that's apparently the main thing we're going to collect here, but I'm just enjoying looking at all of the cool rocks and trying to figure out what they are because it's not my wheelhouse. So good thing I have a guide. I've made my way down into the cave, Apparently these big boulders fell 2 or 3 years ago. I'm awful glad I wasn't there when that happened. But this is a very, very cool mountain. All of this area here is serpentine. All this green stuff is just this huge mountain full of serpentine. It's just crazy. And down here is the reason Kava is on a leash. There's some water that actually looks like it's probably pretty good water, but it probably has asbestos and all kinds of minerals in it that she shouldn't be drinking. So now she doesn't get to run around. Very sad. It's pretty though. What is it, Kava? What do we got to see? What is it over here? Lots of stuff. Ooh. Jared looks like a mountain man. We just found him in the cave. So we are at the Keystone Mine, but I'm pretty sure that this is not what they are mining. We are not quite at the Keystone Mine, we're close by. But that is definitely aluminum and malt liquor. So goodbye, we'll take it with us. That's just not okay. This is basalt, I think. I thought it was green, but now I'm looking at it and I kind of recognize the grain. I have seen a lot of basalt on this trip. This is cool. This part right here is pure serpentine. This part might be serpentinite. Jared was telling me the difference is sort of a question of purity. There's one that has more of that stripe in it. That's cool. I'm just gonna get some little pieces. I think we have so many rocks. So many beautiful rocks, right, Jim?
That's right.
What are you doing up there?
Well, you said there was this nice piece of glittery gold-looking pyrite, and you wanted me to chisel it out. So I'm chiseling it out.
Well, it looks like it's not going very fast.
Well, that's because it's not a piece that is fractured and ready to fall. I'm just chiseling around it until I have created fault lines, and then I can get behind it until it pops.
So it's more work than I thought.
Well, a little bit, but you know, I've got a lot in common with Michelangelo.
Isn't that pretty? I do love green rocks. That's going to be really nice. I'm leaving little piles all over the place, but this is cool. I thought when I picked it up it was basalt because it's black, you know how basalt is, but it's got some color in it and it's glassy, waxy, kind of like jasper is. So I don't know. I don't know if there's jasper here or not, but we'll take it home, cut it open, and then we'll know for sure. Look at how pretty that is. That's another keeper. Very cool. If I had more mussels, I would think about taking this really light green piece because it's so pretty. Maybe I can get Mr. Mussels up there to break off a piece for me once he's done with his other task.
There's the
Oh, biggest that is so pretty. Look at the shiny, shiny. Interesting. Oh, and it's got little stuff on the back. It's just like a glitter rock.
Yeah. Here's, I think that's the first piece that came out, so I didn't want to stop with that. Although this might have been, you could piece them together like a jigsaw puzzle.
And then I could glue them.
Yeah.
This one's got a little bit of a bigger one in there.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, thank you for doing that. I know that wasn't exactly easy. Jim was kind enough to split some of this big serpentine slash serpentinite into pieces for me. And so now I have a nice chunk that I can take home and cut open and see how it polishes. It's going to be awesome. A lot of this stuff I think is not pure serpentine. It's not pure anything. It's somehow mineralized. Apparently this place is all metamorphic rock, and so all kinds of crazy stuff happened during the metamorphosis process. This one actually has a little bit of crystallization on the top. I suppose pyrite. And on the sides too, so that this looks like it has maybe pyrite crystals all the way through, and it's hard, so that'll be cool to see how that polishes. Jared has very kindly transferred a bunch of the fines into his wagon. It's pretty steep and slippery, and I don't really have the right shoes for this kind of place, so I really appreciate his assist.
Oh.
Well, this sure is a beautiful area. One problem that I encounter when I'm in a site that has abundant material, like this one, is trying to figure out how much I need to take home and, you know, where I'm going to put it, what I'm going to do with it, that whole thing. It's very, very hard to just walk away, and yet, you know, there is really literally only so much room, so much to, oh, like this thing over here. Like, look at this rock. Okay, this one is this big chunk of what looks like really clear serpentine, and it's this chunky chunk and it almost looks like it's a crystal, and it's broken on that side. Yeah, I've got to take that one home. That one is very, very cool, and luckily I'm almost down at the wagon, so it's not going to be hard to get there. Jim's trying to make me put my rocks back. Well, that was so different and so fun. I really want to thank Jared and his awesome wife Sarah for showing us this gorgeous, gorgeous place, and just kind of opening my eyes to how awesome the rocks are in Eastern Washington. I had no idea.
It's very different, very different.
I want you to encourage you all to go and watch Jared's channel and subscribe to his channel if you haven't already. It's really good. He's got tons of information. He's a little more technical. He gives you lots of technical information and like directions to things and how to do things, and just a lot of different things besides just wandering around looking at pretty rocks, right?
We nerd out. We nerd out about rocks.
So if you want to nerd out, head over to Jared's channel too. Head over to Currently Rockhounding. All right. Thanks a lot for joining us. This is Kate from KatyDid. Keep on doing.
Keep on doing.
If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to click the subscribe button. Also head on over to Currently Rockhounding, click that subscribe button, and check out all the awesome rockhounding channels on YouTube. I've really appreciated your company. Thanks for joining me.